Hey everyone, this is Bob Kovacs, and we have something really unusual on our table here today. This, as you can see, is a tablet of some sort. There's no name on it. It looks vaguely like an Apple with the button down here, and it has a front-facing camera, as you can see up there, but there's no name. It's got a cheap plastic back on it. That's because this has been made by some obscure Chinese manufacturer, and it's a device that you can put your own name brand on it and sell it as whatever name brand you want. So Wirefly was kicking around the idea of selling an inexpensive tablet. Now this is Android 2.2, and I'll talk a little bit more about its specifications in a moment, but Wirefly was talking about selling a tablet, and we want to get you people involved. So if all of our Wirefly viewers out there, Wirefly fans, take a look at this video and give us your feedback. Should Wirefly carry something like this? What price should it be? What should we call it? Should we call it something like the Wirefly Wizard? Or since we like to do schmackdowns here at Wirefly, maybe we should call it the Wirefly Slam, right? The Wirefly Slam, the Wirefly Slam tablet. Yeah, that's what we should call it. Anyway, give us your ideas. What should we call it? How much should we charge for it? And should we even do it in the first place? We're not sure if we should even do it, so give us your feedback. Anyway, as you can see, this is a tablet. It's got a 7-inch diagonal screen. This has an 800 by 600 resolution screen, so it's not the grandest resolution. It's an LCD screen, and I have to tell you that the viewing of this screen definitely falls off pretty sharply as you get off axis. And so it's definitely not the best screen that's out there. It's running Android 2.2. It has a 533 megahertz processor and 256 megabytes of RAM that the processor uses. I don't know how much internal storage it has. It has some internal storage, but I haven't really been able to figure that out precisely. It does have a micro SD slot right there, so it will take a micro SD card up to 32 gigabytes. And this is a speaker port. That's a speaker port. It has a power input jack right there. It comes with a power supply, and it also has a standard 3.5 millimeter audio jack. Note that it does not have a micro USB port. Does not have a micro USB port. But one of the accessories, let me let it rotate back around for this. One of the accessories it comes with is a cable that converts from the slot that's on the side, which I'll show you in a moment, to a standard USB. So it comes with that cable there. And there is that slot on the side. That looks like the same sort of slot that an iPhone has. I don't know if it's compatible with iPhone accessories. This white cable kind of makes you think that it would be, but I really don't know. We'll get this to rotate back around again. Takes its time rotating around. Now, here's something else that it comes with. I mentioned that it comes with a power supply, and it comes with this. Now, the tablet itself, okay, the hardware, the Android 2.2, you know, those are all, there's Android 2.3, of course, out now. The hardware on this is kind of slow. And when you scroll from screen to screen, you'll see how slow it is. Maybe I'll play a little Angry Birds so you can see what it's like. So again, this is not tip-top hardware, but this, my friends, my Wirefly fans, this is something that every computer, every tablet ought to have. Now this plugs into the slot on the side, and now it gives us two standard USB ports as well as a standard Ethernet jack. So if you have Ethernet in your home, you've got your router from the cable network, you can plug that Ethernet into this and get a wired Ethernet connection very fast. Not only that, but you've got these two USB ports on the side. So you can take a mouse, this is a little travel mouse, and you can take this mouse and plug it in, and now let's rotate this back around yet again. Come on, you can do it. Here we go. Okay, now you have a mouse, not really, there we go. You've got a pointer on the screen, a cursor that you can move around the screen. And if you want to play Angry Birds with a mouse, you can play Angry Birds with a mouse. I love this adapter. This is the smartest thing that I've seen for tablets, and all tablets ought to have something like this. This is just the coolest thing. And I'll show you a little bit more of what I can do with it in a moment. Okay, let's go here. Will it let me play? Yeah, it will. Uh-oh, I'm on level 2. Let's see if I can drag it over. And let's see if I can blast that pig out of its house. Here we go. And okay, take a look. The animation, it's jerky. I missed. I'm not very good at Angry Birds. The pig is happy. Okay, this button will take me back to the previous page. And if I keep pushing that, it'll go back to the main Android page here, Android 2.2. So that's a little Angry Birds play. Now, here's something else that's cool about this USB adapter. I'm going to plug in a standard, flash drive, and I'm going to go to the file browser icon, just one click, you don't have to double click. And now it's going to show me all of the files that are on this. Now there's files, some files are on the pad itself, some are on the micro SD card that's on the side, and some are on this. And you can go ahead and look at all of these things. Now, as you can see from this, it says Harris on it. I picked it up at a trade show. It was handed to me by the Harris Corporation. Here is a Word file that I wrote, so I'm going to go ahead and open that Word file, and it opens up something called Documents to Go, and this is that Word file. It's an article that I wrote for a magazine, and this is it. Pretty darn cool. So you can go ahead and read Word files. As far as I know, you can't actually make modifications to them. Maybe you can, and I just haven't done that yet. I have experimented with this with a mouse plugged into one USB jack and a keyboard plugged into the other, and yes, it works. So I think that is pretty darn cool. So let's go back. This is when you're using a mouse, you can use this to the go back button, as the go back button here. I'm going to go back to that, and I'm going to open up some photos. These are some photos that I took here. We'll use my photo to show it. And here's a picture. This is a picture of me at the National Building Museum in Washington, D.C. My wife took this picture. And let's see if we can get more of it showing. I can't really get more of it showing. Here's a picture of the CEO at Wirefly. That's Andy addressing a meeting. And if any of you know me, you know I like funny ties. There's a bunch of my funny ties. So that's just an example of how you can view photos here on this no-name tablet, which we could be selling here at Wirefly. Let's go back one more. Now, you'll notice this says App Market here. It is not the standard Android market. I don't know what this is, but when I went to it to try to download some of the apps that I usually like to download on a cell phone, it does not let me get to those apps. It also is making my focus here on the camera go crazy. So you can get on the internet, of course. You can adjust settings. It's got Android just like anything else has. Just so you know, this is a Wi-Fi only device. It does not work with any carrier. It's Wi-Fi, and of course it has the Ethernet port on the end of the adapter. And anyway, so this is a look at a tablet which we're kicking around. Should we perhaps Wirefly brand something like this? If we do Wirefly brand something like this, well, you guys tell us. Should we even do it? And if we do it, what should we call it? And if we do have this tablet, how much should we charge for something like this? Now, why would you even want something like this? Let's say you've got an iPad or you've got a Zoom, and your 7-year-old kids want your iPad or your Zoom all the time, and you don't want to get their Cap'n Crunch smears all over your iPad or all over your Zoom. Well, you get them something like this. It's going to be a lot less expensive, and they can have something like this and play their games and do their online things with it. So let us know what you think. Should Wirefly even carry this? How much should we charge for it? What should we call it? And give us your feedback. Hey, this is Bob here at Wirefly. Thanks for watching.